Welcome to the Fate of Drakkenheim. This is the Dungeon Dudes D&D 5th Edition actual play campaign. My name is Monty Martin, running our game as Dungeon Master.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, playing Sebastian Crow, the half-elf shadow sorcerer, and Wilhelm von Kessel, the human swashbuckler rogue. And we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Donitis playing Rudy Whitaker, the shifter eldritch knight, and Veosenia, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker ranger rogue.
Along with Joe Gorman playing Wrath, the Asmar warlock, and Pluto Jackson, the human battlemaster.
Thank you for joining us once again. Be sure to subscribe to the Dungeon Dudes YouTube channel so that you never miss any of our great content, because we got more guides, advice for players and dungeon masters, and of course, all of our great actual plays. Smash that button.
And you can also join us on Tuesday evenings when we broadcast the campaign right here on YouTube. You can check us out at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or you can check us out as an audio-only podcast as well.
And with that, let us return to Drakkenheim.
Drakkenheim is no more. The devastation which fell upon that accursed place left a kingdom in ruin. Now, horrors lurking in the haze grow ever more great and terrible, while simmering tensions between rival factions boil over into outright war. The power of monarchs, mages, and priests hangs in the balance. 6 unlikely heroes join forces to confront the coming chaos. They shall decide, once and for all, the fate of Drakkenheim.
When last we left our heroes, amidst a flurry of revelations, the final schemes of the Queen of Thieves, the slaying of the sudden slaying of Lenneth Eventide, and the Rat Prince resurrected by Wrath, our heroes have ventured into the crater as many moving pieces assemble both on stage and behind the scenes. Resolute in their mission to destroy the Delirium Heart, despite the many threats abound and encircling them, whether in the form of ratlings, unknown machine armies powered by Delirium, and what other threats from eldritch worlds beyond still, and even from other foes seen and unseen. Despite the final admittance from Wrath of all these things occurring, you are now on the floor of the crater. It is a desolate place. The raw earth is a deep purple-brown color. Black glass chips and rocky gravel crunch underfoot, mixed with bits of unrecognizable masonry and flecks of delirium. Here and there, you encounter peculiar vegetation, creeping moss that resembles exposed sinew or swelling tissue, with leaves like fleshy membranes and roots like spreading blood vessels. The strange plants cling to clusters of delirium and around pools of sludge that have collected here and there. A very, very thick mist hangs the deep haze. Your vision beyond 30 feet is totally obscured. And even with the thick clouds overhead, there's barely any light from the sun above coming down, so even what you can see is dimly lit and lightly obscured. You've already been exposed to the deep haze, and I will periodically be asking your characters who do not have contamination immunity in effect to be making saves against further contamination. In addition, both the dragons note that the eldritch lightning crackling overhead means that flying higher than 60 feet poses a risk of basically, they're metallic dragons, and although the bronze dragon is immune to lightning, this eldritch lightning is both lightning damage and force damage, so even Minozoron is not immune to its effects. right? So
Interesting.
if you are flying higher than 60 feet, you can be exposed to this eldritch lightning. And although it should go without saying, I will remind you, the deep haze is so thick here that attempting to teleport beyond your line of sight poses a risk.
So beyond 30 feet.
Yep. With attempting to teleport out of the crater entirely being extremely risky. Now, you are in the midst of the crater basin, and although the crater itself forms a thick, deep cliff wall that itself, the cliff is about 150 feet descent, right? And you've been able to scale down because you glided down with the dragons and with Nexus Prime. But from here, it is up to you to navigate to the center of the crater. And the challenge here is that with the thick fog and the kind of desolate terrain, even going in a straight pathway, it's hard to maintain that. Like, are we going right towards the center? Which, naturally, the Delirium Heart would be at the dead center. But tracing your way there is easier said than done.
Examining the ground, is there any chance that because we're in a crater, obviously it comes down to the crater basin, but does it lower towards a low center? Like, can we look for a slight
Give
tilt in
me
the earth?
nature, survival, or a harder investigation check.
I probably will still take the investigation. Yeah, I'll take investigation. I get a 27.
Okay. That will definitely be a really good point of guidance. The terrain isn't perfectly rounded. Obviously, like, time has worn it down a little bit, but it's enough to give you a bit of a bearing. What about your other characters? What are they going to do?
I guess Bayo's thinking even Sebastian, is there a pull? Or Pluto even, you touched it.
Yeah.
Can you feel where the heart is?
I'm gonna close my eyes and trust my senses to guide me,
Okay.
calming my spirit for a moment,
Give me an
Listening.
insight check.
listening if it's out there. I get a 10.
Okay.
Don't you?
The energy around you and
Really
the anxiety of the situation kind of holds you for a
It's
moment.
in the
And
crater.
yeah. What about Sebastian?
That was Sebastian that did the investigation check.
Oh, it was Sebastian that did investigation? Okay. Okay, so Sebastian and Polito have tried something. What about the other characters?
Yeah, I mean, Rudy hops. Actually, no, Veo. I'm gonna say Veo. Veo, she's been in Drakkenheim a while. She knows.
Yeah, and you've
what
been
it feels
here
like.
before.
I've been here. And she wants to touch the ground and just, like, put her head down and, like, feel.
All right, give
I
me a
wanna
survival
feel
check.
The energy. Survival? Okay. 6.
6.
Not
Okay.
good at survival.
The energy here is off, and it is disorienting in a way that the rest of the city isn't. It almost feels as you're progressing and that maybe you're losing your way. Wrath, Wilhelm, Rudy, do they want to try anything?
Wrath is going to sort of try to sense this heart as a sort of like the keystone to allowing Bruce into this world. So as he sort of like clutches the key,
Yeah.
he's gonna try to feel this energy.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna say. Each check here is representing some time passing. I've had 2 failed checks so far.
Uh-oh.
So I need 2 saving throws from those who are not under the effects of contamination immunity.
Two each.
Yeah. With advantage, because you are in Haze Walker Plate.
That's con.
Yeah.
26 and 30. We're,
Pluto's?
Pluto's.
Okay, Pluto's good.
what about the dragon?
18 and 24.
Technically,
They're both good.
okay.
18 and
24.
the 18 is a failure.
Can I indomitable?
Yep.
Isn't there a way for sorcerers to re-roll
Skill checks.
skill checks? Let's see.
For do I on advantage? Do I re-roll it just in general?
With Indomitable, yeah, just re-roll it. Yep.
Both.
Yep.
Okay.
I get an 18 and a 20.
Is this for Sebastian?
Yes.
Sebastian fails once and succeeds once. So the failed checks are those who fail take 20 necrotic damage and gain 1 level of contamination.
You also have Aqua Expurgo.
Rudy got
I
a
choose to succeed instead.
28 on her indomitable.
Okay. So Sebastian's used 1 Expurgo. So Wrath was gonna
Yeah,
Tune
and
in.
I might even if there's a moment of time, I will also trying to think like how I can like amp it up, because I know you like to reward amping it up. I mean, the delirium heart is an object, but I know what I can do. I'm trying to sense it, but I'm also gonna send out my arcane eye,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send the arcane eye out as almost like a scout.
Okay.
So that's
you
gonna
expend
be
the
the
spell slot.
primary. Actually, it's at will.
Okay. Give me a Arcana check with advantage.
Just like send out the scout. Okay, I get a 32.
All right. As your arcane eye scouts out, you sight the following in the distance. A monumental behemoth casting a shadow against broken ground is ahead. It is a giant, standing almost as tall as Nexus Prime, but its form is a horrifying spectacle of mutation, its limbs elongated and thickened, pulsing with disturbing energy. Across its bulky, hulking body, sharp, glowing fragments of delirium are embedded deeply within its flesh. And it has a small face. It's set with eyes that burn with a haunting glow, and its massive legs carry its enormous frame with heavy, resonant dread that echoes through the desolate landscape. Enormous claws protrude from its fingertips as it drags along a massive boulder with delirium shards growing out of it. And as your arcane eye looks forward, there are more of these shapes in the distance converging on your location.
Something's coming. It's big and lumbering. We may need to move from this location. They know we're here.
Where do we move?
In which direction?
Around, they're coming. Basically, I'm going to sort of gesture to the direction. I assume it's forward.
Indeed, it is forward.
I'm sure on the other side of it, though, is.
Moving that could... if you wish to avoid these creatures, you will lose your trail. Moving quickly to avoid them, I could get some checks from those of you who haven't tried anything yet. Maybe you can give me some ways to keep your bearings while you try to avoid these creatures, or you can simply barrel right towards them. But you could lose your course trying to avoid them.
Something is coming.
But we can try to keep the course. Who hasn't gone? Wilhelm?
Rudy.
Rudy.
And we have to fight these things, which I'm fine with.
But if we go around, like Wilhelm and Rudy could try to keep the course,
And if
Try,
we
yeah.
don't,
then we fight them.
then we fight them anyways. If we don't keep the course.
No, then we avoid it, but then we're lost again.
Lost.
Yes,
in
which
the
you
crater.
could still encounter more creatures.
Do we just barrel through?
I. The king?
You want me to choose?
I think the king. It's up to the king to decide.
Okay.
I think we're
think
gonna
that's what
face
Pluto's
something
gonna say.
regardless.
Yeah, I think that if we have a path, we should
Yeah.
take it.
Okay.
For the king?
Place yourselves on your side of our battlefield here.
Yeah, I'll go right here. Dragons at the front.
Yeah. And you can roll for initiative.
You're on a dragon right now.
He can be beside it.
Put me back there.
Okay. Wrath. Pluto.
Pluto's on Argonath.
Yeah. Riding the great thing.
What do we got for initiative? And again, the dragons and the constructs act on your respective turns.
Wrath has a 22.
Okay.
Pluto has a 12.
Okay, Jill?
14 for Veo
Mhm.
and 11 for Rudy.
What do we got for Sebastian and...
Wilhelm has a 33, and Sebastian has a 9.
Okay.
The 33. It's like triple. It's triple Sebastian.
All right. Remember, you only have 30 feet of visibility.
Uh-oh.
So that's as far as you can see.
I guess we didn't tell us
Very, very-
connect ourselves.
Very quick
Sure you
question.
did.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yeah?
Very quick question. The dragons actually have 60 feet of blind sight, so they can only see 30 feet, but can they feel further?
Yes, they can.
Great. Sweet.
Okay. Which means that the dragons are able to detect some of these threats a little bit sooner than the rest of you.
As dragons do. Hello. Hello, Stephen. It's from a comedy I wrote.
We don't know how far they
Forest.
can see. They can probably
You,
see.
Are you mad at Wrath?
Veo knows, and as
Yes, but
you're familiar with, creatures of the haze often are able to see further in the haze.
Yeah. Oh.
there's a couple of them.
And yes, and that's where you
There's only
hear
3 of them.
that's where you hear the thumping footsteps.
These are the tremors.
Get ready.
Yes. Wilhelm, you are first to act.
And I get to act, and because I'm on the dragon, like I act and then the dragon acts. Full
No,
turns?
you
I don't act?
you get to choose whether you want to take an action on the dragon's stat block or your own actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I see the long electrical spell? Cool.
Is that our breath weapon?
That is my breath weapon. I don't know if you have a different one.
Yours is a cone.
I love cones, especially with ice cream.
How thick is this? It is a 120-foot line that is 10 feet wide.
Oh, in that case, what you need. So it's double the length of that.
I think maybe I could hit this guy. Like, could I get this?
Yeah,
Maybe not this guy.
yeah, I think you're getting I think if you're going to get 4, I'm going to give one of them advantage on the saving throw.
Okay. So I move the dragon. We move over. He can see them coming better than I can.
What is it, boy?
What do you sense? And he's like, and He exhales lightning breath, 120-foot line, 10 feet wide, DC 23 dexterity saving throw.
None of them can succeed.
Should I roll it or use average?
It's up to you.
I might use it.
I might use average. It's going to be 88 lightning damage on a failed save.
Okay. So that's four of them that take 88 lightning damage.
And then I'm going to fly.
Okay.
Do we have... We should
Maximum-
probably get a few flight stands.
Maximum 60 feet.
Yeah, but I think like everybody has the capabilities of flight, so...
Here's 3.
What?
Except Rudy.
Yeah.
Except Rudy. Does Prime have a jetpack?
No.
No.
That would be cool, but no.
If it had a jetpack, I wouldn't use it to fly.
Start
I turned
making-
myself into a giant robot missile.
Rudy's sitting there making notes inside of it. Please add jetpack.
Got some feedback for
Right,
when we get.
Can we get different seating? Can we get reclining seating?
Hmm.
Like, where's a cup holder?
Okay.
On the dragon?
No
In the-
couple.
in the
Wrath,
robot.
you're next.
Wrath has no idea what's happening. Right? 30 feet. So he's just like...
You probably see through the mist like an eruption of lightning,
Yeah.
but that's
You
all
hear the thunderous footsteps of these massive gargantuan creatures.
Okay, so I'm going to try something.
Good choice.
I'm gonna cast Mislead, and then I'm gonna run and try to like flank them.
Okay.
Flank
So, and then I'm gonna
them. Right. How far are you moving?
about 30 feet,
So here?
and then I'm gonna do
Oh, sorry.
this is old Sebastian Crow is gonna be the illusory double.
All right.
So I'm trying to get myself into position. Okay, I'm gonna run. Okay, I'm not allowed to touch this guy. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Anything else, Roth?
Nope.
All right. The gargantuans storm forward.
Walk directly over.
Maybe yeah, like flanking. Just scared to touch him.
These three all move towards Nexus Prime.
Yeah, that makes sense.
These ones that were hit by the dragon, their speed is good enough that they can really get in here. So here's what happens.
Uh-oh.
3 of them immediately emerge from the mists, bringing back their fists and begin launching their attacks on Nexus Prime. They attack Nexus Prime several times. 4. Okay. A 21 is the lowest. Everything else is...
AC's 23.
So 32, 32, 32, 32, 29, and a crit.
Holy moly.
I'd like to. Silvery Barb's the crit.
Okay. The crit is a 19 on the die.
Oh my god.
At least it's not a crit.
At least it's not a crit.
So that is
Give advantage to Nexus Prime.
5 hits.
Okay.
Each hit is 40 damage.
200 damage. Oh my
200?
gosh.
I'm just gonna use my calculator and keep
Whack,
track
whack, whack,
of
whack.
that.
And don't forget, it had temporary HP as well.
How much?
23.
23.
That's 23 minus
Then-
200?
200.
4 of them reach down into the earth, pull up massive chunks of delirium, and hurl them into the air at Minozoron.
But I'm flying.
And Minozoron needs to make 4 dexterity saving throws.
The Great Dragon.
Oh no.
Saving throw. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay.
0.
No, that's your ability. It's 7.
Oh, Dex. It's right there. It's right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
My
yeah,
finger's
you're
right on it.
You're okay. You're okay.
4?
Yep.
Could be worse.
What's the DC?
Or actually, sorry, I have to roll the hit first.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then it's con saves. I got this wrong. So they make 4 attacks, getting a 31, a 31, a 24, and a 23.
Oh, no. Okay, they all hit.
Now, Minosaurond needs to make 4 Constitution saving throws,
Not dexterity.
not dexterity.
Okay, actually, I love that. Constitution's way better.
So Minosaurond takes 80 damage total from the 4 hits.
No matter what?
Yes. And then each of these rolls, this is a contamination roll, so you do get the advantage on these saves from contamination.
Because of the cool Haze Walker barding
Yeah.
on the bronze dragon.
Okay, so advantage on these rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll them one at a time. Can you tell me what the DC is?
It is DC 20.
Okay. I make it.
Okay.
I make it.
Okay.
I make it.
Mm-hmm.
I make it.
So Minosaurond does not take any contamination levels, but still takes another 60 necrotic damage.
Another 60.
It's half damage on a success. Ooh. And I need you to roll me 4 arcane anomalies.
Oh my god.
Wait. But then also, is the necrotic damage resisted because of the barding?
Correct.
So plus 30. You're back. So 60, 120 to 60 to 30.
Yeah.
Woo!
And then 4 arcane anomalies, which are D100s.
I am terrified.
Yeah, this is scary. Okay, first arcane anomaly. 82.
Sounds awful.
Minosaurond is affected by flesh to stone. Instead of transforming into stone, it slowly turns into solid delirium crystal. If it is wholly transformed into delirium, its body is equivalent in value to, well, in this case, it would be way more than that. So yeah, Minosaurond is turning into delirium.
Great. 38.
38.
That's actually really cool. I mean, cool.
One randomly determined creature within 60 feet is affected by haste. So I guess that would be Wilhelm,
basically?
Sebastian, or
Rudy?
Bale?
Like, look at all the things.
It is behind them.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Okay.
We all
You got a lot of choices.
Or one thing's hasted.
I guess I got 4 monsters in range there. So Sebastian and Veo and Wilhelm all roll me a d20.
16.
Wilhelm gets 20, Sebastian gets 5.
Wilhelm got a nat 20?
Yeah.
Then Wilhelm's hasted.
Woohoo!
Except he's on a dragon.
Okay, another arcane anomaly.
38. We did the 38.
Yeah.
Sorry. 39.
Then Minosaurond is polymorphed into an awakened shrub.
Do I take like falling damage?
Well, basically, this is what would happen is the shrub only has 1 hit point, so the pot turns into a shrub. Wilhelm and the pot fall. The pot shatters. Minosaurond turns back into a dragon, but both Wilhelm and the dragon are at 1 hit point.
Wait.
Or sorry, take damage, not
Can
at 1
I
hit point.
featherfall them?
Did you use a reaction already on one of your characters?
Rudy.
You can featherfall them,
I'm gonna-
but if you do featherfall them, Minosaurond's pot won't take the damage, and it will remain a pot.
You can just featherfall me.
I'm gonna feather. Yeah.
Okay.
The king!
Minosaurond takes another 20 damage from the fall,
We don't need beauty.
and roll me one last arcane anomaly.
69.
Nice.
All creatures within 30 feet of the triggering creature, but not the triggering creature, gain the benefit of detect thoughts for 1 minute.
So this guy, Sebastian, and Veo.
And Wilhelm.
And Will.
Okay. All right. And they're out of the sky. Yeah. All right. With that, we go to Veo.
What are we detecting?
Yeah, and I just for safety, let's not precariously balance the miniatures on the dragons.
Yeah.
I'll put it at the base.
Yeah.
Okay. So Veo can't see anyone right now, right?
Correct.
All right, let's get up there. I hear the mech. And
Yeah, you can hear all of this happening.
Okay.
The fog of
And
war.
I am going to, into the guy in front of me, start taking some shots.
Nice. This is one of the ones that was damaged by the breath weapon.
So, 31 to hit,
Oh yeah.
32 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and
Nice.
because it's my first turn, I get another one. Oh, that's a 1 on the die, so nope.
Sorry.
So 2. No sneak attack though, I guess, because no advantage, and or nobody's.
Yeah. Well, actually, these would be based with Nexus Prime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yes, sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay. 55 on one,
Okay.
and then 34 on the other.
The 2 shots, still crackling from the lightning of Minazorond. Your 2 arrows strike it right into the vitals, and it collapses to the ground. Dead.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to dash away from them back. Kind of like
Okay.
back and forth. Well, Veo does best.
You can see as you move away from it, its flesh is still pulsating.
Oh no.
Kill with fire?
Pluto, it's your turn.
The great dragon
In the haze.
is also going to use its breath weapon. This extends another 30 feet, but it might not matter.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, you're gonna get. I think if you reposition slightly, you could actually probably get.
On my arm.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think actually you're gonna get.
And it,
All
and,
except
and then
this
it goes
guy? Yeah.
another half this distance.
Yeah, I
So
think
can
actually
get,
that would get all of them but 1.
So can I get these guys? 4
Yeah.
plus 1?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
What's the save DC?
20. It's in the 20s. It
Oh
is
wait, I actually.
fire breath, but you said radiant.
It is-
24 dex save.
Okay, so I need to roll like 18s.
24 dex save.
None of them make it.
So
Yeah.
71 radiant damage.
Okay, so there's 3 of them that were hit earlier.
I don't know if could I hit that guy though.
I think so.
I thought
I
I
think
hit.
he's in line with this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so they're still standing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
They're still standing, but all of them have been heavily damaged now.
there. The great dragon.
Okay.
Argonath. And then my bonus action, I taunt them. You like that?
With that, we go to Rudy.
Okay. Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Beam breath weapons. Do
Yeah.
they recharge between battles?
You roll once you're in combat, you roll
They
to recharge, but between battles, we assume that they fully recharge.
Okay, I just okay. All right. Nexus Prime is gonna shift back,
Okay.
but I don't know if there's a way to shift without unbasing from that guy.
You want to go like over here
Kind of.
That's the idea?
Yeah.
and try to
'Cause-
hit the line again?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to do that, or at least if I can.
If you want to move there's no way that you can move without provoking at least 1 opportunity attack if you want to get as many as possible by the eradication beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take an opportunity attack.
I get a natural 1.
Okay, I kind of push it aside and try to shift over,
yeah.
stepping over the delirium rocks, and I give my divine beam
It's called eradication.
eradication.
Yeah.
And
It's a
it's a-
300-foot long, 10-foot wide line.
yeah,
So
and it's a 26 DC Dex.
So I need natural 20s to survive. I get no natural 20s.
So a creature reduced to 0 hit points by the beam disintegrates into dust.
So how much damage is it?
65.
Okay, so those 3 are
Dust.
completely dusted,
Nice.
which is actually very relevant in this case. And then the other 2, they take, 60.
65.
65.
Alrighty.
I feel it.
Nice. We're trying out our new weapons.
Yep, trying them out.
Yep.
They work.
Anything else, Rudy?
You don't think I can do anything? Or I guess can Rudy use her bonus actions in that case, or is it just?
Yeah, you could use your, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I think I'm good in this case.
Okay. Sebastian.
Do we have the fireball template?
Uh,
I mean, I don't think I need it. I'm gonna fireball these 3.
Nice. I feel like that's appropriate.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a 5th level fireball from my staff.
DC?
The DC is 23.
Okay, so I need 17s. I get 1 success. We'll say the far one.
And now I'm gonna count. That was pretty weak. 28.
That is a pretty weak fireball.
Yeah, considering it's, 10d6?
Yeah, that doesn't take out any of them.
Good job, Sebastian.
2 of them are grievously wounded, but we're gonna go back to the top of the round with Wilhelm.
Everybody.
Sebastian's also just gonna, like, hover over.
You can roll to see if your breath weapon recharges.
My breath weapon, you know what? All of those dice just let me down, so I'm gonna roll one of these guys. And I get a 2.
Okay, no breath weapon.
So then
5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I think I'm actually going to use Wilhelm.
Mm-hmm. Fly closer, dragon! I want to hit them with my sword!
My sword shoots.
Zap, 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 zap.
Pretty epic scene of 2 20th level characters riding ancient dragons with a giant fighting robot firing magic from your sword in the midst of a desolate crater battleground against giant mutants.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
20th level D&D.
Yeah!
All right, I'm going to start.
So many
You
dice.
do need to be within 30 feet to see them.
I'm hoping I'm within 30.
Oh, you want to get those 2 wounded ones. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to start shooting with my blade.
Womp.
21?
That does hit.
Yeah.
Can you do less than 15 damage?
You can try.
No.
Okay, then you take one down. Yeah, those ones were really... They took the breath weapon, the eradication beam, and a fireball. They're hanging on by a thread.
All right, then I'm going to attack the second guy. And I get a higher than before, and I can't do less.
Yeah, it's cut down. You are hasted.
I do a 3rd attack on the far guy.
Okay.
I hit. I should roll this one.
Yeah.
I can't sneak attack him.
No.
28.
Alrighty. I think, he's doing okay. We come to Wrath, unless anything else.
I don't think so. Anything to do with my bonus action? I do have my... Anybody need healing? No. I forgot that I have levels of fighter.
Can you heal a Colossus?
Can I use my commanders?
Not on the Colossus.
Not on the Colossus. What about on the dragon?
Yeah. How much damage have the big guys taken?
200.
200 from Nexus Prime.
That was just
I don't know how much it's taken. I know what it's at.
What is it at?
337.
20. No?
That was its last damage attack.
Oh.
Well, actually, that was a plus.
Okay.
So I'm going to yell... What is it? Fight on.
On
To-
Minazorond?
To Minazorond.
Okay. Wrath, what are you going to do?
Wrath is gonna continue to flank,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also sensing that things are dying. You said one of the bodies was just laying there, convulsing.
The one,
Even the ones that attacked by the Vorpal.
what you can actually see is,
Or
if you would like, roll me an Arcana check.
So I'm gonna approach one of the bodies, and my illusory double is sitting there going like,
Yep.
Ka-chow!
Yep.
Pretending.
Wrath, why aren't you
I'm
doing any
sneaking.
damage?
What are you shooting? I got a 24.
You recognize that these creatures possess powerful regeneration bound to the deep haze. They will gain hit points at the start of each of their turns as long as they are in the deep haze, and they will only die if they start their turn with 0 hit points and don't regenerate. So those ones, so aside from the ones that were vaporized by the eradication beam, they're getting back up.
We should leave. We should leave.
I am going to broadcast this to the group, informing them that unless they are dead, because we have the telepathic bond.
Yep.
We have to move on. This is a fruitless endeavor, and I'm going to. That was my action.
Mm-hmm. What you can tell though is that they were able to, on foot, these creatures are able to move as quickly as Nexus Prime.
So they can keep up with us.
Yep.
I have an idea. It's going to use resources.
What is it?
This is Sebastian talking. If I cast Neutralizing Field and go over the corpses when they're trying to regenerate, does that stop? Does that neutralize the haze?
It does, but as soon as you leave their corpses, they're
Right.
exposed to the haze again.
Okay, so that's not a solution.
What about banishing?
Then
It
they...
might just buy us a minute, right?
Yeah.
Because they're still from this plane.
But if we hit them when they're down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how that works? So it's like they have to take damage? Or they have to like stay at 0 hit points?
As long as they're in the if you recall the battles against the Duchess,
Yeah.
it is very similar circumstances
Or
here.
even against Bigger Linda.
Yeah.
So I guess we just got to...
Disintegrate them.
I mean, I got rid of Disintegrate.
I got a beam. I just gotta recharge it.
Actually, I think I had Disintegrate on my staff, but Ryan Kramer stole it. Stole it from me.
What do you want to do, Wrath?
Is the deep haze stop at 60 feet?
No. The deep haze is the deep haze is everything in the crater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We would have to remove their bodies from the crater, essentially.
basically. Yeah.
I just broadcast like this is. Let's just try to impede their movement, but we need to fight our way to the heart, especially the longer we fight, the more damage our giant robot takes.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
So I continue to try to find the path and head that way.
All right. We're over to Pluto then. Or sorry, we're over to their turn. So 3 of them get up.
Saw this coming.
They're gonna get up. They get up.
And
Is it their turn to regenerate? Or
Yep.
Yeah.
yep, they have to stand up from prone, and then, so what I'll do is 2 of, I guess, and they're actually tall enough technically that they can just attack in melee, even if you're given the size of the dragon. So you gotta think about this in 3D space, right? It's 60 feet. Above 60 feet is when you're at risk of getting struck by Eldritch Lightning.
Mhm.
But the dragons they have to stay below 60 feet from their tops, not their bottoms.
So the bottom of
How
them
tall
is
are
still
they?
within reach.
So basically, they effectively in combat they occupy a 4x4x4 cube.
Oh, okay.
So there's only 40 feet from them to the bottom.
Yeah.
But because these creatures are also giants,
Yeah.
and they are tall enough that with their reach, they can still hit the dragons.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 on Minozoron and 2 on... and one of them will go for Argonath. So Argonath, I think I miss 1 attack on Argonath. The other hits for 30 damage.
Okie
2 attacks on Nexus Prime, which actually the highest is a 23.
Its AC is 20.
Okay, so 1 hit for 30 damage. And against Minozoron, I get a 23 and a 19.
The 23 hits.
30 damage.
Do we have to be doing any rolls for the contamination?
You have to check for contamination every 10 minutes right now.
Okay.
And the way that I abstracted it for your skill checks was I had each of your skill checks represent 10 minutes of leading the party through the crater. With that, we go to Veo. So 3 of them basically only have 10 hit points because they were just put down.
Okay. Then Veo is going to do her thing and come a little bit forward, fly over, and she's gonna hit one of the ones that was down. So I guess this guy.
Okay,
Here.
go for it.
That's 24 to hit.
Shoots him back down. Yeah, but just knock him over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to get back up again.
And then another one, 20.
Also,
They stand up.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all she can do.
then it's Pluto.
I am going to.
Roll for your
breath weapon. Come on. 5 or 6. 3. So I'm gonna leap into the air,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna land behind the
This is
stony axe
dragon?
guy. Yeah. And we'll say Pluto's with him.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna just claw and bite
Nice.
the jazz out of him. Try to put him down. So we're gonna do a 30 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for. Should I do averages too? Would you prefer?
Yeah.
For 21 damage, or for
Yep.
21 damage. So I bite him, and then I'm gonna claw him twice. I get like a 30 something to hit for 17 damage, and I'm gonna claw him again. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
For another
That's
17.
going to take him down too.
So I just claw and rip him apart.
Anything else from Pluto?
Just to sort of echo. I think we got to get out of here. I think we need to find a way to move past these guys. Get Nexus Prime.
Rudy, see if Nexus Prime recharges. 5 or 6?
3.
Nope.
Okay. Yes, but they're gonna keep chasing us. If my breath weapon can go, as long as we can keep them down, it's just as soon as that happens. Nexus is gonna do a multi-attack.
Yeah. If you hit, you'll knock them down, but they're just going to get back up on their turns.
Yeah, I just can't until my beam comes back. That's my thing. Unless
I-
anyone has anything else to...
We can't worry about it. Like, we need to just keep moving.
Yeah, I think we should just try to get past them. I was thinking, like, if we can get past them, put them down, and then
Keep
bolt.
going?
Yeah, we
Okay.
might buy ourselves some time.
Okay. So at least I'll try to get these guys down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 29.
Yep.
And yeah.
The power just
Go to
blasting their bodies apart in a spray of gore, but you can already see that and they don't even regenerate back the same way. Like they get more grotesque and mutated as they start regenerating back. So now we come to Sebastian.
Oh, actually, can I go over the... Like,
Yep.
are we going this way?
Yeah. Good
Are we
call.
getting there? Okay. Just jumps over. Get them in a line!
How far can we?
They kind of were.
Yeah.
You can keep them there. You got the shot.
How far can you move?
But you guys said we gotta move.
I think it's
Yeah, you're the one who just said get them in a line.
Yeah. So if we're running and I can fire back if I get my breath weapon, then I'm done. But if we have to move.
We do.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like you just had an argument with yourself.
No!
All right.
Nobody else is
I
talking.
think Jill's saying, like, what if she went over there?
Why would you go over there?
Because they're in a
shoot
line.
them in a line.
As long as my breath weapon comes back, I can just disintegrate them.
But
If
didn't
we
come
keep
back.
moving, that we just have to keep them down until I can go, oh, breath weapon. Okay, they're done. Right? That's,
Yeah.
So we don't have to run away
But
if I can just keep them
strategically-
in
What would you
line.
like to do?
I don't know.
I was just thinking that.
If I may help with some the rules, yes. If you positioned yourself there and fired the line when it was ready, you got them all in the line.
They're there.
You just need to make sure that they stay down and don't get back up and move.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is that every turn they get up and then they move. And then they also get hits on us. So
Yes.
each turn that it doesn't come back, we take between
So how do you stop that from
60,
happening?
150 damage.
Do they come back if we hit them, though?
Well,
They come back on their turn.
they regain their hit points at the start of their turn.
Okay.
You could ready an
Like,
action.
I don't think what you did was like that was the right thing. I think the best thing to do, would be to ready an action, and then like maybe as they get up, try to knock them down like
Yeah.
immediately.
Like, we've kind of already got them in the position, so I didn't necessarily want to
No.
run away if we've
Okay.
already got them in position.
So what would you like to do? Would you like to get in the line?
I think so. If we're not going to run away.
That's up to you.
I think we should run away, but that's just what I thought.
That's what you guys were saying, is that we're
Yeah.
going to run away.
It's your turn though right
Yeah,
now, and I
yeah.
don't want to tell you what to do.
Do you want to?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm gonna tailor what I do next based on what you're doing.
Yeah, I think if we can keep them there and keep them down, then as long as I can roll a 5 or a 6, then they're taken care of.
So you're saying keep them down, keep them in a line.
Yeah, if we
Keep
can.
them down, keep them in a line.
Sebastian, what do you want to do?
Okay, with that now happening, I am okay. I telepathically yell at Wrath. Wrath, I'm going to need your help.
Okay.
I'm going to need your help on this.
Okay.
I'm going to twin hold monster. This guy's like in this dragon's mouth. Wilhelm will do his own thing on his turn. I'm going to twin hold monster on these two.
Do you need to spend that expensive resources to accomplish what you want to do?
By the way you're asking me, I assume not.
I think what you could do is you could ready an action to just Eldritch Blast each guy as they stand
If they
up.
get out.
Oh.
Would that work?
You can try.
Assuming you hit them, I feel like you would do enough damage to bring them down.
I mean,
Is there something that guarantees a
Mechanically.
hit damage? Because that's all we have to do, right? Is damage?
I have a plus 17 to hit. It's
And
tough.
you do 7, so you'd have to roll like 3 on the dice.
Okay.
Between now, it's Sebastian, Wilhelm, and Wrath will all get to act before they get up again.
And Wilhelm's still hasted.
Correct.
Okay, so Sebastian flies on over
Mm-hmm.
and readies an action to Eldritch Blast any of these guys that get up. He has 4 Eldritch Blasts, so obviously
Okay.
as
Yep.
many as he can.
Yep. And then I imagine Wilhelm.
He readies an action to swing Varenthorn and fire at 3.
Okay. And Wrath?
Similar suit. The first alive thing that gets up, he's going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at.
Okay.
So we just need that 5 or 6.
So the gargantuans get up all at the same time, right? They all rise up, and
Yeah, bunch of... It's like every time they start to rise up, it's like that scene where like a million machine guns and smoke.
then Vea would get to go and also ready in action. Paluto would get to go and also ready in action. So Rudy, does the beam recharge? Okay, so
we do this for about 40 minutes. For the next 40 minutes.
Oh no, it's been 6 seconds.
6 seconds. There.
There.
Another 6 seconds. Okay.
all right, you eradicate them.
I imagine that the beam is like just charging, and we're sitting there like,
charging
come on! It just has Oh, I didn't wind it. Oh,
Yeah, where they're like
wind it.
everybody's like psh, psh, like everybody's like
Rudy's
swinging
reading the
and Rudy's
manual.
just there like
Keep going. Keep going.
okay, then I turn the power nozzle up to
Loading.
here
The
and
loading bar is just.
and then you watch you're watching like 88%. 89%. You're just there like okay.
88%. No, go backwards.
3 minutes left.
Are you sure you
5
don't know
minutes
now?
left.
Wait, all right, I'll keep doing.
2 minutes left. 30 seconds. 1 minute left. What? Stop.
Goes down a percentage, and I'm like when
Yeah.
computers are loading software.
Yeah.
Friggin' spinning wheel.
No, guys.
no, I froze.
Yeah, 99% spinning wheel. No.
Bink, 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 bink.
Oh, I had to do a software update.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not now. I have to reboot the OS.
Doing software update. All the
Turn
screens
on
go dark.
automatic updates.
Firmware updates are available. Would you like to install now? No.
Ads start popping up on your visual screen. No, I don't want.
Oh.
Do you want?
Who's been downloading things on this computer?
Considering technology is brand new, you're like you don't know it's like ads, and you're like I don't know what this is.
Rudy's the grandmother.
Yeah.
She's like, do I click OK?
Guys, I just sent money to some person who asked for my credit
Said
card
it
number
had
on.
some sort of virus, and I think that's wrong, so I pressed OK.
The
I don't
Prince
know.
of Eastamar needed $1,000, and so I sent him the money he needed.
Pluto, do you know him?
Prince of Eastamar?
He said he was your friend.
This is Westamar. There is no
He spelled
Eastamar.
Pluto wrong.
Pluto.
Pluto.
Pluto. Pluto.
I am friend with Pluto. Send me money.
Okay.
Okay.
Found that out. We won D&D.
That's it. That's the end. Roll credits.
All right.
Campaign over.
Nice
Well,
job, Rudy. Nice job. Good
so-
positioning.
Damage report.
Oh, bad.
Where are we at? Where are we at?
Argonath is at 539 HP.
Mine Zorond.
322. He did heal. a little
Nexus
bit.
Prime?
346.
Okay.
I don't think I can heal.
And we can't heal Nexus Prime, as far as we know.
Are any of you like an artificer or something?
I have
holding out?
Mason's tools, and I think I know a little something.
If you want to short rest, they can recover hit dice.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Can I use alchemist supplies to pour like more fuel in him?
Can I
don't-
shove
But
delirium
short- but-
against it?
Short resting does mean that you will have to make
Yeah.
6 saving throws against contamination.
We could just keep going for now.
Yeah.
We're not at the crater at the middle yet, right?
No.
Yeah, so we have a long way to go.
Can the dragons pick up things together?
What do you want to pick up?
Oh, I'm just thinking.
The Nexus Prime is way too heavy for even both the dragons to pick up. Yeah.
Not Nexus Prime.
All right, let's go. Come along, other Sebastian.
Wait
Okay.
a second.
You continue to make your way through the crater. Who hasn't had an opportunity to lead the party through yet?
Rudy.
Okay.
And I guess Wilhelm.
So what I was thinking for Rudy, I don't know if this makes sense, but you know how moss grows on the north side of the trees? Does delirium grow on a certain direction towards the center? Or like, you know how it grows and it grows out?
Yeah, you've noticed like these strange skeins of almost like fleshy growths that connect between the delirium crystals. What kind of...
Perception.
Sure, perception.
25.
All right. Feel yourselves are getting closer. Your Majesty?
From my vast knowledge of craters, I know that it's been weathered and all of that over years, but I imagine that there's still like deep grooves in the earth that move outwards. And again, similar to the ground shifting downwards, the grooves would get closer together as they move towards the center. So I am investigating the grooves in the ground to kind of follow their direction
All right,
forward.
give me the investigation check.
I was gonna say the history of.
I mean, yeah, the history. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
The history of crater.
The history of craters.
I thought that was.
That's going to be a 24.
Nice. Okay.
I hope that
All
makes
of you
sense.
can roll me a d6.
Oh, good.
No whammies. Oh,
A whammy.
I rolled a 1.
One.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I said no whammies.
First
so
of
I
all,
rolled whammies.
for each of the
Whammies.
checks, another 10 minutes elapses.
Okay.
So I need con saves.
Con saves.
Only
Advantage.
from... With advantage? Yeah.
Yep, the dragons are fine.
Cool.
And 1 con save?
A 2 each for those that are not protected.
Pluto makes both. Like a 30 and a 29.
26 for one, and I'm gonna pull, I guess, a second one.
Okay.
I got a 30 and a 31.
Okay.
18.
You have Expurgo.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
Expurgo.
An Expurgo
One
charge is used. Okay.
Ooh, that was
Well.
spicy.
As you make your way forward towards the crater, we got 2 1s, eh?
Yeah. I think ones are lucky in the crater. It's the opposite of normal Drakkenheim.
Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told him too, because he's the one that decides what happens.
Yeah, it's important he knows these
Yeah,
things.
it's important that he realizes.
All right. In that case, what I'll have you do.
Should I
let's
like
see.
rearrange some of this stuff to like? Be...
I need each of you that rolled me a 1 can
Mhm.
roll me a d6, another d6.
Oh.
Okay, come on, smiley face. Yeah, 6.
4.
Okay.
Unless that's how many enemies show up.
That's probably what's happening.
Let's rearrange a little bit of our battlefield here. So 2 1s means 2 random encounters, and guess what you guys get?
Oh, yes.
You get double trouble. As you are caught betwixt an attack of a crater worm that rushes up, bursting from the ground underneath Nexus Prime, as parts of the haze come to life and animate as eldritch cataclysms as well.
Wait, Eldritch Cataclysms?
Yes.
The epic bosses.
Slightly modified in this
Okay,
case, so I can
fair.
use multiples of them.
I wanted to know how scared I should be in that moment because a worm and
Just be scared.
I mean I'm still scared,
You can be scared.
but
Alrighty.
I was more scared about 2 epic bosses at the same time. I was gonna poo a little.
I mean, you're allowed to still do that.
No, I'm just peeing a little.
Not on our good chair.
Oh, the good chair's ruined.
True.
Oh no, the
I was ruined a long time ago.
It ruined the moment we went into the crater. What they don't tell you is the moment you like go into like past that threshold, you just release all of your
Fluids.
bowels, all of your fluids, everything. Just out of you.
Just wait till the Expurgo is done.
Oh.
It's like a water fountain. Okay, don't worry guys, we got this. Rudy, punch the purple worm in the face.
Yeah.
Not a purple worm, it's a crater worm.
You make this one your friend again.
I can try. Oh, that's my 8th level spell. I feel like
Oh, don't do
like
that.
this is a weird case where like we're fighting such terrible monsters, and I want to reserve my most important spells for when we actually get to the Delirium Heart, because I feel like
Now the trade-off,
it's gonna get worse.
Because we do have a
Trade-off
meteor
is-
storm or meteor swarm.
and I feel the same way, and I think I'm gonna use some resources because if the Nexus Prime takes too much damage,
Roll me some more initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
you know, I'm gonna try to use the resources as a way to deflect damage.
Wilhelm gets a 24,
Pretty good.
Okay.
and Sebastian gets a 18.
Okay.
Rudy gets an 11, and Veo gets a 28.
Pluto gets a 15, and Wrath gets a big old 5. Wrath is chatting with his illusory double,
Okay.
talking about what it's
Veo,
like to be.
you are the first to spot as the crater worm. You hear the crater worm breach up from underneath the earth, And then you see the swirling vortexes of dark clouds, debris, and icy shards move in like eldritch storms, crackling with octarine lightning, the ground rumbling and shaking. Within these dark clouds, the haze has come to life in the form of a snarling face, its eyes and mouth pools of octarine light. It is these creatures are the weather itself, warped and infused with the haze into the volatile and twisted form, and filled with uncaring and unbridled anger. And of course, you know them, love them, crater worms.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, Veo.
So I can't see them, but I can hear them. So I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm gonna run within 30 feet of something.
Mm-hmm.
You run up, and I imagine that as you come up to these guys, you probably could see these two. You still don't know where the crater worm is, though.
No.
He's miles away. I think Rudy's the only person who knows that there's a crater worm beside
It's
her.
right beside her.
Everyone else is like, there's something somewhere, and she's like, oh my god.
So in that case, I am going to Zephyr Strike is my bonus action.
Nice, smart.
So I can hit with advantage on the one in the middle. 29 to hit.
It does strike its elemental form.
And then the second, that is a 24 to hit. And third, 16 to hit.
That one sails through its elemental body.
Okay. 57 damage.
Okay.
One.
On the fire one.
And then 32 damage on the second.
Okay. Wilhelm.
And then I am going to shift myself on the other side, using my feline agility.
Yeah.
Like over where?
Yeah, like kind of at the base of that, even though there's rocks above me.
Wilhelm. I mean, okay. Gonna do the shimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Shimmy, shimmy, shoo.
Just moving Sebastian a bit out of the way there. Generally, like, I think I'm actually conflicting here, but generally speaking, I want to breath weapon like this. He would be,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think you got it. Yeah. So here's the unfortunate part. The Eldritch Cataclysms are totally immune to lightning damage.
This is after I've declared this.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But the Crater Worm's not.
Well, who wrote this?
I think I wrote the Eldritch
I mean, it's true. You did write
Yeah.
the Eldritch Cataclysms. I don't have them as. Anyway, DC 23,
The Crater Worm fails.
88 lightning damage. That's the sound both of them make.
Nice.
That's it. I wish that had done more, but it makes sense that the weather monsters are impervious to weather.
All right. Well,
Whether or not it matters.
He's gonna be. I mean, I know it doesn't really matter, but why wouldn't I fly when I can?
launching a barrage of and bursts of elemental power. Both Argonath and Minozoron are attacked by one of the cataclysms as they unleash elemental energy at them. I get 30 and 25 against Argonath, and I get 33 and 18 against Minozoron.
33 hits.
Both hit.
All right, so 50 damage on Argonath. We'll say that's acid damage in this case. And 25 damage against Minozoron.
Is it lightning?
No, I'm going to do acid damage.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, well.
and then we will move on to Sebastian.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's Sebastian's turn. How big are these storms?
They are considered to be... did we make them? They're gargantuan elementals.
And so how big is that?
20 by 20 by 20.
20 feet by 20 feet?
Yeah, that's the space they occupy.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Sebastian
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Sebastian raises up his hand, and all the rocks on the ground start to shake, and then rising up are several tiny shards of delirium, or just rocks, sharp rocks, whatever. Delirium might not hurt them. Sharp rocks lift into the air, and I'm casting animate objects.
Cool.
And I start machine gunning the rocks through
that elemental?
elemental.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you want to tell me the AC and I can just tell you if they hit or miss? Or do you want me to give you the math on
AC 20.
Okay. So that means I need a... Yeah, cool. I need a 12. All of those hit. That's
okay.
4. One of those hits, so we're at 5. None of those. Okay, so we got 5 hits. Now that's going to be anticlimactic. 31 damage.
Alrighty.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Pluto.
Yeah, Argonath is gonna go after the elementals.
Mm-hmm.
He's also gonna... I won't get the crater room, but I'm gonna shoot this way.
Okay.
So he's just gonna kind of position himself a little bit over here. And
I actually think I can make these dex saves.
it's a 24, I believe.
Yeah, I actually can.
There's a chance.
The air one succeeds, the fire one fails.
And we're gonna take 71 radiant damage.
Okay, show off.
Okay. The fiery form, they're both like eldritch storms, but the one that's the fire mini is starting to dissipate.
Nice.
Yeah. Rudy.
Okay. So, gonna go after the worm. I don't know what this worm is doing. Question for you. True sight. Does it matter in this?
True sight allows you to penetrate illusions and darkness, but the one thing that does work against true sight is clouds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just one.
It's a cloudy day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eldritch, cloudy eldritch day.
It's the worst.
And
You did not check.
I'm assuming the worm is gargantuan.
It is.
Okay. Well,
That's 40 by 40.
I'm gonna slam it 3 times.
Is that what Mark said?
Go for it.
I think so. Yeah, slam 3 times. 35
What's the attack bonus?
plus 18.
Oh, you can't miss.
That's amazing.
You just as long as you don't roll a 1.
No. Okay, so
Punch.
it does
punch.
32 per hit, so 3.
So 96 damage total.
Bludgeoning damage. And it
The
pushes
worm is
target-
bloodied.
Oh, and the Colossus pushes the target up to 20 feet straight away from itself.
Okay.
So do you do like, and then with your third punch, you like uppercut it like 20 feet back?
Do I have to push it back?
You know,
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't want to push it. I want to keep it in line just in case.
Yeah.
I just feel like you're holding it with one hand and like
Okay.
I'm literally imagining like the...
Yeah.
go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Pounded by those attacks, the worm burrows beneath the earth,
Oh.
digs underneath
Uh-oh.
Nexus Prime, and then breaches up underground beneath Vale.
It's either that or Wrath over here.
Wrath is still talking to his illusory double. They're just having a chit chat.
Vale. Actually, I can also. I think I've got enough movement that are Sebastian and Wrath back there.
That's fake Sebastian.
Oh, sorry. This is just Wrath on his own, but this is his illusory double of himself, and they're chatting.
But okay, so the crater worm has blind sense, so it doesn't care about your illusion.
Yeah.
So it actually has enough speed that it basically dives underneath Nexus Prime and then reaches up and like crashes forward, opening its mouth to like devour.
And I'm just
both-
chatting, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
both
know.
Vale-
It's,
so
like,
the two of
crazy
you-
that we-
You both need to make strength saving throws.
Strength! Oh.
You're lucky that I'm strong.
I mean, your strength is your third best.
Really? I don't know how.
Monty, I got a 4.
Okay, you fail.
I don't think I can. What's the DC? I don't think I can save it.
I got a 4.
What'd you get?
I got a 10, but I'm
Yeah, you.
considering
What's your bonus?
+5.
Oh, you could make it.
Which means it's probably
It's probably 20.
19 or 20.
I'll try it.
Accept it, Veo. Accept it.
I'm not gonna accept it.
Come on into the worm's mouth with me.
No, 14.
You both take 35 bludgeoning damage. You are knocked prone, and the worm bites you both. I get a crit against Wrath,
Yay!
and I get a 30 against Veo.
I am going to Silvery Barbs the crit against Wrath.
Okay. Wrath, I still get a 24 to hit you.
24 is my AC.
Okay.
Thanks, Veo.
So, Veo and Wrath,
Hey!
the two of you,
And I'm gonna take advantage on whatever's next.
you both take 22 piercing damage.
Yeah.
In addition.
Yeah, and you are swallowed by the worm.
Oh. 2, 3.
You are blinded and restrained. And you are both inside the worm. And at the and you will also you are in its contaminated gullet.
What was the initial damage?
30 for the knocking prone, and then 22 piercing.
How far did the worm move?
It moved approximately, I'm gonna say like 60 feet.
How much?
Okay,
It was on the other side.
so I have
23.
40 feet of speed remaining. So the worm starts tunneling underground.
Oh no.
Wait, we're in its mouth though.
Yeah.
Monty, I'm in its mouth.
Yeah. So it basically get punched by Nexus Prime, and it's like, I'm noping out of here and eating what I can. So it dives under Nexus Prime, like just imagine like an elegant worm-like dolphin going.
And you two are just gone.
So elegant.
And just to be clear, we can't teleport when
like
it's no
spotting
line of
whales.
sight.
You can, but you might get teleport scrambled.
Oh.
You could end up in a
How
wall.
far in the worm are we?
You're in the worm, like
But it's a wall inside of a worm. Maybe.
so. Wrath, you're inside the worm. It's your turn.
Oh, cool.
You take 18 necrotic damage, and give me a con save.
What? Hey.
You take
man.
half necrotic though.
Okay. I'm gonna make a con save.
Yep.
What's it for?
Contamination.
Does his
Oh yeah, he's in, okay. Yep. So then no, you actually don't take that damage at all.
So I had a plan. There was this whole idea that I had.
And then you got eaten.
Wait, he doesn't even take the damage?
No,
Oh,
because
so
he's
you
got
don't take any
contamination
damage.
immunity.
Oh, even better.
been a
I
while.
just healed 9.
You also
Okay.
Veo has contamination immunity? Right. So you guys can just live in there. That's your new home.
Is that what it gives us?
Well, Vale,
This is
what have
like
we
a-
got ourselves into this
It's
time?
like a weird Pinocchio where like Veo and Wrath are never seen again. They just live in the belly of a
Vale,
worm.
can you make a campfire?
I have an idea. How about we eat our way out? Oh, no.
Since you're immune to contamination,
I've never eaten crater worm before. It's a first.
who's eating who?
How the turntables. Yeah.
You thought you would make a meal for worms of me, but I have made a meal of worms for me.
Can I? I don't know if this will work, but
That's what you always say.
I'm gonna try casting banishment.
Does that include us?
I don't think it does, right?
Can I hold on to you while you do it?
Yeah. We hold hands,
Okay,
and I cast banishment on the crater worm.
it's banished.
And so we just like, now we're in an underground tunnel?
Yeah, now you're in an underground tunnel.
Come on. And I start walking back out the...
Sorry,
Okay.
but does the underground tunnel, like, drop on us? Are we now crushed by the earth?
No, because it's a tunneler, so it's
a stable tunnel.
It leaves a 10-foot diameter tunnel. However, at the point that you've dug, here's what you see.
Where are we? Like
Basically
roughly.
at the edge of the map.
Okay.
Over there.
Underneath. Okay. So the worm was digging back down to a tunnel that it dug previously, and like, it's a straight down tunnel. So the worm disappears, and then you start sliding down this worm tunnel that's been dug deep into the earth.
Uh-oh.
And as you're and it's super deep. And not only is it super deep, it's filled with delirium.
Oh. It's filled with delirium. Is it hazy?
It is also hazy.
Also hazy. Okay.
But in this moment, you're like, this tunnel goes deep into the earth and is filled with delirium.
Oh. Wrath, we're just... Drakkenheim is delirium.
Oh, man.
As we're sliding down.
Yeah. Guys, this is bad.
Oh, nuts.
Are we going to be able to do enough to get... I don't know. To get rid of this? Wait. I cast Featherfall as we're doing this. We're falling down really slow. Whee! We were just...
Yeah, it's not... It's like... Well... I guess... We
Because I don't want to get hit at the end of
need
that.
to find a way to... I mean, it's better we know that there's this much down here. But this also could be our ticket. Is the deep haze down here?
There's kind of an interesting thing that you like realized in that moment because you were swallowed by the worm. It's almost like the worm's digestive system was turning rock into delirium. And it's like the worm trail left behind of its tunnel. It's like the worms eat rock and expel delirium.
So instead of fertilizer, it's delirium.
Pooping delirium.
Oh no.
From
And could
rock.
could these crater worms have gone elsewhere? Like how many? Are they all around the... I have so many questions.
Oh no, Veo. I think with this much delirium, I think there's a chance that maybe Bruce can save us. Maybe Bruce can take away the delirium, or at least a majority of it.
And get unlimited cosmic power?
Unlimited cosmic power, but different living space. Different living space. He takes it back. What if we find a way to transport it?
All of it?
I don't think all of it, but what if we get rid of a large majority of it?
What would that... Getting rid of it? What if it's all it? Does that just... Can you replace it with something?
Well, I think the other part of this is that clearly the most dangerous creature is man. No, it's the crater worms. Absolutely.
One up, for sure.
And we might have to go on a crater worm hunt.
Pluto will like that.
Because if these things continually create layers of delirium, that's
Wait a second,
only
I
gonna
can
be-
fly. Why are we going down?
Yeah. Here, let's we stop.
Having this long conversation and
I love your boots, by the way.
Thank you.
Frank gave them to me. All right.
Wait, I can fly.
Okay. I gotta say that it takes your turns to get back, but
I'll
Wilhelm.
push you up
So-
the side.
No one knows that this is transpired underground. So
slowly going
Wilhelm,
back
what
up.
do you do?
Vale, Wrath, no! Oh, they're dead. Okay, anyway.
The loss of life is huge.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna miss Veo.
I'll miss Veo, I say out loud.
Aww. Oh, by the way, we have about a minute till the crater room's back.
I don't know where you are. It doesn't.
Because it's from this plane of existence.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Does my frightful presence do anything?
Not against these things.
Okay. So, does my breath weapon recharge? No. it wouldn't matter anyway. They are impervious to it. But they're not impervious to bite in 2 claws. I'm going to bite in 2 claws this guy. So I'm a bite. I got higher than a 30.
Mm-hmm.
And my claw, I get 27. A 19.
19's a miss.
Okay, so 1 claw hits. So the claw does 16 damage. The bite does 20 damage.
Okay, so 36 total. Okay. The cataclysms.
No.
Okay. I think the cataclysms are just going to one's going to go for Minozoron and the other for Argonath.
Hello.
Which 2 hits on Argonath for 50 damage total, and once again 1 hit on Minozoron for 25 damage. All acid, setting storms of acid deluge. Yeah. Sebastian.
I think I'm going to... I'm still concentrating on animate objects.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to... Let me see. Does this thing... I don't even know if they can take cold damage. That's the problem. Is Synaptic Static the same size as a fireball?
Yeah.
Oh, nuts. Lightning Bolt won't do anything. Oh boy, elemental damage against elementals. Wait. Oh, that'll stop me. Okay, well, first things first, I'm going to continue pelting this one with, I'm going to use my bonus action to pelt it with all my little things.
All your little animated rocks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start with that, because if that thing dies, then that, makes things easier. Only 1 hit. 1 crit and 2 hits.
Okay.
And
Nice crit.
1 crit and 2 hits. So the crit is 12. The other 2, 11.
Believe it or not, that's enough.
Oh, good.
The storm dissipates under the hail of rocks? That was just your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with your action?
I'm going to Eldritch Blast this guy.
'Kay.
A whole bunch.
Huge.
Pew, pew.
I didn't know you could do them on your bonus action. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, you can, as a bonus action, you can mentally command all the little creatures I made,
That's
which is
actually
a
awesome.
bunch of little rocks that are just bulleting through the air. So, Eldritch Blast time. I got 4 Eldritch Blasts. And their AC's 20.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll hit. That's going to be 40.
Nice. It's still going, but we do go now to Pluto.
Pluto doesn't recharge, so he swoops.
Over.
Yeah, but how big is the... I guess Rathan... Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering how worried he is about Veo, and he's gonna come over and just start clawing.
How far
Okay.
does our telepathic bond go?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could be like, we're okay.
All right. We're falling! No, actually, we're okay.
2 hits and a miss.
Okay.
Wait, did we hear half a conversation of like you guys telepathically being like, "Oh, it's everywhere"? How
Yeah,
does this
probably.
go? And we're like, "What are they even like? We're too busy fighting. We don't know what you're talking."
Oh, it's everywhere.
21 damage and 17 damage.
Okay, so 38 total. And Rudy.
Can I get between the dragons? Is that possible? I guess I can move 60 feet, right? All right. And I punch this cloud.
This doesn't look good for the little cloud right now.
No, it doesn't. No. This is what I think of rainy days.
Suck him up. Breathe him in.
So it's a plus 18.
You cannot miss
Okay.
unless you roll 1.
So that's... Oh, wait. No. No ones.
Yeah, you punch that cloud.
I will let you.
Yeah, you punch that cloud.
Are we doing damage or is it? Dead?
It's so punched.
It's like
Oh,
90,
yeah.
Punch that cloud.
96 damage.
Yeah.
So
When two dragons and a robot team up on a cloud. Take that! Don't forget, we're the dragons!
Let us mourn our dead friends later. We must move on.
you're alive.
We're alive!
I say telepathically. We must carry on forward
Okay.
for those who come after.
Indeed. You are able to sync up with Wrath and Veo, who have managed to escape the crater worm.
What happens with the worm though?
Well, the worm appears again in its same position, right?
Yeah.
And then it just keeps going.
It was grievously wounded, so hopefully it doesn't come back.
But
Veo, I'm
but
so-
now we
Wait.
know it's making delirium.
Could we, teaming up, could I have, like, Argonath wait at the bottom of the hole? Like, further down
Yeah.
the hole? And,
And
just
just-
as soon as it appears,
Fumigate? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
light it up.
I'll allow
That's
that.
what we did find out for the whole group is that they poop delirium.
Yeah.
I mean, after that one trip into the city, so did I.
Yeah.
Veo, I'm so glad you're alive.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm okay, too. Everybody.
Contamination
Onward.
saves.
But I'm okay, like, I'm okay, though.
1 or 2.
Just one. Dragons are good.
20.
23.
20.
If you're over 20, you're good.
26.
Okay.
If I'm 20 though, it's 20 or over.
Okay. You start to feel the feel the humidity and the overpowering smell of ozone. And soon, thrumming eldritch energy makes your hair stand on end. And a low, humming sound painfully rings in your ears. Suddenly, the mist clears somewhat. You can see ahead an unfathomably colossal delirium shard, nearly 70 feet high and 30 feet wide. Pieces of rock and meteoric iron cling to the sides, and it glows brightly with blinding octarine light, visibly perspiring globs of prismatic sludge in a pool around it. This is all that remains of the core of the meteor. You have arrived at the delirium heart. And that's where we'll end for today.
Cool.
Whoa.
We did it.
Guys, the world is saved.
Damage report. Where are we at for our dragons?
Argonath, 439 hit points.
Okay.
Minozoron, 272.
346.
346 for
This
that.
might be a time that Rudy could
Okay.
use the tempe.
Anyone have any contamination levels?
Sebastian
Rudy
has...
or
No,
Rudy.
no.
Okay, but you've popped Aqua
Each of us
Expurgo.
have popped one Aqua Expurgo.
Who?
Veo.
Or Rudy and Sebastian.
Rudy and
Sebastian.
I also have, again, I have
Approaching
an immunity
Spell.
spell that I can throw on someone if they're starting to get a little gnarly.
And we have heal.
we also have 2 scrolls of heal. Keep in
heal.
mind.
Plus Pluto.
What I should ask that because I never asked that. What's the casting time on immunity from?
Contamination immunity,
Is it-
1 minute.
So we have to do it before.
Yeah.
What about heal from Pluto? What's that?
I have 3 of them, and it's one
Instant?
action.
So we have 5 heals.
Because I think that's gonna be the best tool.
I got 2 on my feet.
2 feet in a heartbeat. We're fine.
And that includes.
I mean, so
the
far it's-
dragons
Honestly, and it can't even fight back.
and the mech.
It's a rock. It can't even fight
Because
back.
it can be.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything to us.
We're just gonna punch it.
We've
until it dies.
basically won. The next episode is just us winning.
Yeah. Cue horns.
Knock on this wood right now.
Fireworks. Bruce comes and saves everyone. What a lovely day. Hey. Oh, I thought you were gonna good try.
Safe.
There's fluff. I was going to get your fluff.
I thought you were gonna...
Okay.
I thought it was punishment.
Well, a big thank you to our incredible cast, Jill, Kelly, and Joe, for surviving the crater.
so far.
So far.
So far.
And a big thank you to Kyle for also surviving the crater.
Nice job, Kyle.
You did it. And a big thank you to our Dungeon Master, Monty Martin, for creating the crater.
Creating the crater that we survived.
Yeah.
And a big thank you to some incredible artists who produce amazing assets. Look at all this wonderful terrain from Dwarven Forge. Also from other...
Yeah, we got some 3D printed stuff
Yes.
from 3D printable scenery.
Disgusting.
And
Look at this
some-
disgusting place.
Next Prime is the Stormwall Colossus from Privateer Press, painted by me.
Wonderful Nexus
Forge.
Prime, Hero Forge, WizKids, and music by Tabletop Audio, and player character artwork by Elizabeth Pro.
Of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store. You can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes shirts. Check out bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch. And of course, if you want to fight in this crater and want to bring Drakkenheim to your table, check out Drakkenheim.com.
Thank you so much to all of our patrons who make all this work possible. Wouldn't be possible without you. You can get early access to all of our video content and much, much more by signing up on our Patreon. The links are down below.
And you can also join our Discord, which is exclusive for our patrons, where you can talk about Drakkenheim, you can talk about D&D, people find games there with each other, you can check out some, just chat with us. You can chat with us a
Yeah,
lot.
it's really cool.
It's cool. It's a cool place for cool people.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time in Drakkenheim.
Bye.